Hello everybody. Good morning to all. This is Shama. I am your maths teacher. Today we are going to learn lines and angles in 9th class. Shall we start, children? Okay? Good. Thank you. Yes? Now we are going to start new unit. Children, today we are going to start 4th chapter, lines and angles. In earlier classes, we have already learned about lines and angles. Anybody of you tell me about lines and angles? Yes? Very good. Now, I will explain you about the chapter. Are you following me? Yes? Okay? Good. Ninth class mathematics, lines and angles, chapter number 4. I will discuss you about the chapter. First one, introduction. Basic terms in geometry. Basic terms in geometry. Intersecting lines and non-intersecting lines. Intersecting lines and non-intersecting lines. Concurrent lines. Concurrent lines. Exercise 4.1 and pair of angles. Pairs of angles. Basic terms in geometry. Basic geometry. Point. What is the point? What is the point? Children, do you know what is this? This is not full stop. It is point. It is point. In mathematics, we used to call it point. Point. Point has no magnitude, no magnitude, no dimension, and no thickness. No magnitude. It means we cannot say this big and that long. It means it cannot be measured. It cannot be measured. Point has no dimension. Point has no dimension. It means we cannot say this side and that side. It means no way and no direction. Point has no thickness. No thickness. Do you know thickness? Do you know thickness? Yes? Good. Look at this. Look at this. This is not point. This is not point. This is a point. This would be called point A. This would be called point A. These are 3 points. Point A, point B, point C. These are 3 points. Point A, point B, point C. In this cube, see, in this cube, these are points. Are you follow me? Yes? Okay. If 3 or more points, 3 or more points that lie on the same line, same line are called collinear points. Collinear points. For example, line point A, point B, point C lie on the line M. The points A, B, C lie on line M. A, B, C called collinear points. Do you understand? Okay, good. Basic geometry. Next topic, rays, lines and line segments. Basic geometry. Next, rays, lines and line segments. Line segments. First, we discuss what is the ray. What is the ray? Ray starts at on point. Ray starts at on point and goes on indefinitely one direction. Ray start at on point and goes on indefinitely one direction. On point goes on indefinitely one direction. This is called ray. This is called ray. Point A, direction B in B direction. Ray denoted ray AB or ray AB. A ray is a part of a line. A ray is a part of a line. See this, children? See? Do you know, children? This is a torch. This sun. These are our torchlight rays. These are sun rays. We usually represent ray AB bar. Okay? Do you understand, children? Next, basic geometry, lines. lines. What is the line? What is the line? While line can be extended in both direction endlessly. While line can be extended in both direction endlessly. Then this is point, both direction. This is a line. This is a line. Line can represent line AB or AB, line AB or line BA. Okay, do you understand line, children? Okay, good. Next, line segment. Next, line segment. Line segment also a part of a line with two end points in is known as line segment. A part of a line with two end points is known as line segment. This is a line, 2 points lie on a line. This distance in 2 points called line segment. Line segment. Line segment denoted by AB, line segment, or BA. We usually denoted a line segment AB or BA. Note, AB line segment and line segment BA denote the same segment. And its length in denoted by AB. Okay, children? Do you understand? Note down. We're finding number of line segments. For example, Raju marked some points on a line and try to count the line segments formed by them. Note, PQ line segment and line segment QP represents the same line segment. Let's we do. Serial number 1, 2, 3. Taken points on line PQ R. 3 points. Take 3 points. Another P, S, R, Q. Take 4 points. Here take Raju here takes 4 points. Next Raju 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points. Takes 5 points. We count number of line segments. So line segments. How many form line segments? And number of line segments. First we count. Here this is PQ line and this line lie on a line point P R Q. 3 points. Have 3 points. So we count line segments. How many line segments? PQ is a line segment, PR line segment, PR line segment and line segment RQ. So 1, 2, 3. 3 line segments. Next, marked 1, 2, 3, 4 points here on a line. Marked 4 points. Let's do. PQ line segment, PS line segment, PR one line segment, PQ already we write SQ and RQ. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number of line segments are 6. If we take 1, 2, 3, 4 points on a line, we take 4 points on a line, we got 6 number of line segments. Next, we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points on a line segments. Counting line segments. PQ 1 PQ, PS, PR, PT, PR, PQ already. ST, SR, SQ, TR, TQ, RQ. right. Line segment PS, line segment PT, line segment PR, line segment PQ, line segment ST, line segment SR, line segment SQ, line segment TR, line segment TQ, and line segment RQ. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here also PQ, PQ. Not in 2 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If we take 5 points on a line, 5 points on a line, we got 10 line segments. Okay, do you understand, children? Let's you do find any pattern between the number of points and line segments. Take some more points. You take some more points on the line and find the pattern. Note down, children. Number of points on line segment, total number of line segment. Number of points 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on. As you wish, children. So 2 points. For example, 2 points. You take 2 points only on a line AB. So we got how many line segments in this line? So we got only 1 line segment. So 3. Number of 3 point. We got 3 line segments. Number of points here 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 6. We got 6 line segments. So 5. Number of points we take 5. Then we got 10 line segments. Children, you find some more patterns. Okay? Okay, children? Do you understand? Do this and take some more points. Find line segments. Okay? See this, children. Observe the figure. Do you know? S. Good. This is a circle. This is a circle. A circle divides into 360 equal parts. 300 and look at this small parts. 360 equal parts as shown as in this figure. Okay. A circle is divided into 360 equal parts as shown as in this figure. In the figure. The measure of each part called 1 degree. 1 degree. Total 360 degrees. Why? Because 360 equal parts in a circle. The measure of each part is called 1 degree. So, total 360 degrees in a circle. Okay? Do you understand? Good. Next. Angle. Angle. Look. This is a ray. This is also ray. So, this position is initial position and this position is terminal position. The angle is formed by rotating a ray initial position to terminal position. Okay, this is a angle formed rotating a ray and an initial position to terminal position. See this? This is initial position to terminal position. So, this is angle. The angle is formed by rotating a ray from an initial position to a terminal position. Do you understand, children? This is the angle angle, rotating a ray. This is ray. This is ray. Rotating a ray, initial position to terminal position. This is angle. And the change of a ray from initial position to terminal position around the fixed point O is called rotation, and measure of rotation called angle. Okay, do you understand? Write down angle. The change of a ray from initial position to terminal position around the fixed point O is called rotation, and measure of rotation is called angle. These are rays. Ray, one complete rotation. Ray, this is ray. One complete rotation gives 360 degrees. See this. One complete rotation got 360 degrees. Okay. Note. One complete rotation gives 360 degrees. This is a round protractor. We also drawn angles with compass. These are rays. The rays making, if these are rays called rays. If the rays making an angle, processing of making an angle, this process are called rays making an angle, ray called arms of the angle, this angle. And this is a common point. The common point is called is called vertex of angle. Vertex of angle. Okay. The rays making an angle are called arms of the angle. And the common point is called vertex. Common point called vertex of angle, of the angle. Okay. OA. This is a OA ray. If rays making an angle are called arms. Okay. OA, OB are called arms. And common point O is vertex. Angle AOB. Angle AOB. Angle AOB is equal to P. Is a angle. Okay. Next, you have studied different types of angles. We have studied different types of angles such as acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, straight angle and reflex angle in your earlier classes. Are you remember, children? Okay. Good. Observe this is called acute angle. This is a right angle. This is a obtuse angle. This is straight angle. Reflex angle. Both are reflex angle. Two arms O, A, B. Angle is X. Acute angle. This angle, X angle is acute angle. Why? Because this value is, if the X value is between 0 and 90, then called acute angles. So, equal 4 parts. Here 0 degrees, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 90. 0, 90, here 180, 270 and complete angle 360. So, between 0 to 90 degrees angle, these are all angles 0 and 90. Between 0 and 90, these are all angles called acute angles. Acute angles. And exactly 90 degrees. If angle value is exactly 90 degrees, that angle called right angle. That angle called right angle. And if the angle value between 90 and 180. 90 and 180. These are all angles are obtuse angles. Okay. If any angle value is exactly equal to 180 degrees, this angle called straight angle. And if angle value above 180, below 360, that means between 180 and 360, these are all angles are called reflex angles. Okay, do you understand? Acute means this angle, x angle, is between 0 and 90. 0 and 90. Okay, acute angle. This is O. This angle exactly 90 degrees. So, that's why this angle is right angle. So, y is equal to exactly 90. Y is equal to 90 degrees. Okay. This is an obtuse angle. Why? Because this angle value is more than 90. That means 90, between 90 and 180 here. So, that's why this angle is obtuse angle. (90) less than z less than 180. Obtuse angle value is between 90 and 180. So, z value is obtuse angle. 90 less than z less than 180. So, this is a straight angle. Straight angle. S. S is equal to exactly 180 degrees. Exactly 180 degrees. This is A, B. This is initial position to terminal position. This value, this angle is reflex angle. Reflex angle. It means above 180 degrees. Angle between 180 and 360. (180) less than t less than 360 degrees. So, this angle called reflex angle. This is also reflex angle. Initial position. This is terminal position. So, 0, 90, 180, above 180 called reflex angle. 180 less than Q less than 360 degrees. Okay? Do you understand, children? Note down. Now, we learn intersecting lines and non-intersecting lines. Look at this picture. Do the lines PQ and RS, line PQ and RS, have any common point? Have any common points? These lines, these two lines, PQ and RS. No. Good children. What do we call such lines? We call such lines. They are called parallel lines. They are called parallel lines. Parallel lines. Not intersecting lines. Not non-intersecting lines. Non-intersecting lines called parallel lines. Have no common point. Okay? If they have no common points, they have no any common points, they are called parallel lines. Parallel lines are non-intersecting lines. Okay, do you understand? Next, look at this picture. Do the lines PQ and RS, PQ and RS have any common points? Yes. This is a have one common point O. Good children. What do we call such lines? They are called intersecting lines. They are called intersecting lines. Okay? If they meet any point, they means lines. Any point, it means have any common point, then they are called intersecting lines. These lines are parallel lines, have no common point, non-intersecting lines, and these lines are intersecting lines, have common point. Have common point. This is a parallel line in non-intersecting lines, intersecting lines. Okay, children? Do you understand? Note down. Children, look at this figure. Observe. Tell me how many lines can meet at single point. Okay, good. Thank you. Do you know the name of such lines? Name of such lines? When three or more lines meet at a point, they called concurrent lines. They are called concurrent lines. Okay? When three or more lines meet at a point, they called concurrent point. Concurrent lines. Concurrent lines. And the point, the common point, the point at which they meet is called point of concurrency. The name of such lines is concurrent lines. Concurrent lines. Okay? Do you understand, children? Note down. What is the difference between intersecting lines and concurrent lines? Do this, children. Think, discuss and write. What is the difference between intersecting lines and concurrent lines? Intersecting lines and concurrent lines. What is the difference between intersecting lines and concurrent lines? Think and discuss and write. Let we do some problems in exercise. Okay? we do some problems in exercise 4.1. In the given figure, line AB, CD, line CD and line G, H, E, F, X, Y. These intersecting points M, N, P, Q. In the given figure, we find some points, line segments, rays, lines, collinear points. Are you remember children? Point, line segment, rays, lines, collinear points. Okay, good. First question. Any 6 points X, Y, M, N, P, Q are points. So, this answer is X, Y, M, N, P and Q. Second question. Write any 5 line segments. Do you know line segment? XY line segment, MN line segment, PQ is line segment, XM is line segment, MP or PM line segment, QN line segment. We write 5 line segments. Any 5 line segments. XY line segment XY, MN line segment MN, line segment PQ, line segment MP, line segment NQ, etc. Next, any 4 rays. We find any 4 rays. PB is a ray. QD also ray. Have more rays. We write any 4 rays. Okay. PB ray, PB ray, QD ray, MA ray, XC, YC ray, XA and so on, etc. Next, fourth question. We find 4 lines. Any 4 lines. Okay. Here AB is a line. CD is also line and EF line, GH line. XY not line is a line segment. Okay, we write any 4 lines. Line AB, line CD, line EF, line HG, and so on. Next, 5th question. Any 4 collinear points. Collinear points. Collinear points means 3 or more than 3 points lie on a same line. So, these are all 4 collinear points. E, M, N, F. These are all collinear points. And G, P, Q, H, collinear points. Do you understand? Lie on a same line. Called collinear points. A, X, M, P, B are collinear points. Next set of collinear points. C, Y, N, Q and D. Collinear points. Collinear points. E, M, N, F collinear points. G, P, Q and H collinear points. Okay? Write down, children. Next. Okay? Good. Next, second Roman in 4.1 exercise. Observe the following figures and identify types of angles in them. Okay? First, note that a clock is a circle. A clock is a circle made of 360 degrees. Made of 360 degrees. Complete rotation. And that each number represents an angle. Each number represents angle. And the separation between them is total 360 degrees divided by 12 parts, 12 equal parts. So, each part value we find. First we find each part value. And next we find 8 o'clock value. 8 o'clock angle value. First, note that a clock is a circle made of 360 degrees. And that each number, each part means each number, Member or part. One part. Each member represent an angle. An angle. And the separation between them is total 360 degrees divided by 12 equal parts. We got 12 1 is 12, 12 3 is a 36. So 12 30 is a 360. So we got each one number, one part value 30 degrees. Each one part is 30 degrees. Now we go to find the angle of 8 o'clock at 8 o'clock. Okay. Find the angle at 8 o'clock. The minute hand on the 12 and hours hand is on the 8. Okay. Then the angle of 8 parts. The angle of is 8 into 30 is equal to 8 3s are 24, 0. 240 degrees. Then angle A. Angle A means angle A. Value is equal to 240 degrees. Okay. It is a reflex angle. It is a angle A. Angle A is reflex angle. Angle A is reflex angle. Why? Because 240 means it's between 180 and 360 degrees. So that's why angle A is reflex angle. Okay. Note down. And next, look at this figure. Observe the figure. This is a L shape. L shape. L shape. It is called right angle. So then angle B. Angle B. Angle B represent angle B is equal to 90 degrees. 90 degrees exactly equal to B value is 90 degrees. That's why B angle called right angle. Right angle. Angle B is equal to right angle. Okay, note down. Next, see this picture. See children, angle C. We find angle C. Angle C value. Angle C has between 0 and 90. That's why angle C is acute angle. Why? Because it has between 0 and 90. So that's why angle C is acute angle. Okay? Note down. Now you will do this third and fourth questions in exercise 4.1. Okay? You will do. Just I will explain. Listen carefully. Third question. State whether the following statements are true or false. All statements you read well and write true or false. Okay? Next, fourth question. This question also you will do. What is the angle between two hands of a clock when the time in the clock is 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 p.m. This question is same model of second question. Okay? You will do and leave some space for third, fourth question. Okay? Now, we discuss about pairs of angles. Now, we learn pair of angles. You have studied pair of angles in your earlier classes. Children, do you know pair of angles? Do you know pair of angles? Anybody? Okay, good. Now we learn pair of angles. Complementary pair of angles, supplementary pair of angles, conjugate pair of angles. Complementary pair of angles, supplementary pair of angles, supplementary pair of angles, conjugate pair of angles. Complementary pair of angles. If the sum of two angles is 90 degrees, then the angles are called as complementary angles to each other. Okay, write down. If the sum of two angles is 90 degrees, then the angles are called as complementary angles to each other. For example, 30 degrees, 60 degrees. 30 plus 60 will equal to 90. That's why 30 and 60 angles are complementary angles to each other. Do you understand, children? Next example, 70 and 20. 70 plus 20 we got 90. That's why 70, 20 angles are complementary pairs of angles to each other. 44 degrees, 46 degrees and so on. These are all complementary pair of angles. If angle A plus angle B is equal to 90 degrees. Why? Because sum of two angles 90. We take angle A plus angle B is equal to 90 degrees. Then angle A, angle B are complementary pair of angles. Complementary pair of angles. Here if angle A is equal to x degrees, then find angle B. Here angle A and angle B are complementary pair of angles. That's why we take angle A plus angle B is equal to 90 degrees. A value is x degrees, replace with x. Angle A replace with x plus angle B is equal to 90 degrees. Then angle B is equal to 90 minus x. So angle B value is 90 minus x. Okay. Do you understand, children? Here if this angle value is x, if this angle value is x, this angle value becomes 90 minus x. 90 minus x. Here, if we take here angle value is x degrees, then this angle value will become 90 minus x. Okay. Some more examples. Here, this value is 60 degrees. This value 30 degrees. So, both are complementary pair of angle. Why? Because 30 plus 60 is equal to 90 degrees. So, this angle and this angle are complementary pair of angles. Next, we take 20. This will become 70. So, 70 plus 20 is equal to 90 degrees. That's why 70 and 20 angles are complementary pair of angles. Complementary pair of angles. If complementary pair of angles, if the sum of two angles is 90 degrees, then the angles are called as complementary angles to each other. Okay? Do you understand, children? Please write down. Next, supplementary pair of angles. Supplementary means if the sum of two angles is 180 degrees, then the angles are called as supplementary angles to each other. Okay, do you understand? Note down, children. If the sum of two angles is 180 degrees, then the angles are called as supplementary angles. Supplementary pair of angles to each other. To each other. For example, take 90. Why? Because 90 plus 90 got 180. That's why 90 plus 90 supplementary angles. 120 degrees, 60 degrees. 120 plus 60 get 180 degrees. Sum is 180. That's why 120 and 60 are supplementary pair of angles. Next, 140, 40 and so on. If angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees, then angle A, angle B are supplementary pair of angles. Here, if angle A is equal to x degrees, we take x degrees. Then find angle B value. Here angle B and angle A and angle B are supplementary pair of angles. That's why angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees. We take angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees. Here angle A value gives, we take x degrees. That's why angle A replace with x. Angle B, we don't know. That's why as it is angle B. We write angle B here. Therefore, angle B is equal to 180. Angle X goes to other side. So, minus X. Angle B value will become 180 minus X. Okay? Do you understand, children? If here angle we take x degrees, this angle will become 180 minus x degrees. If we take here angle value is x degrees, then this angle will become 180 minus x degrees. Okay? Here this is L shape, 90 degrees and 90 degrees. 90 are supplementary pair of angles. Why? Because 90 plus 90 we got 180 degrees. That's why 90, 90 are supplementary pair of angles to each other. Okay? Another example. Here we take 60 and 120. So 60 plus 120 is equal to 180 degrees. That's why 60 and 120 angles are supplementary pair of angles to each other. Write down, children. Do you understand? Next, conjugate pair of angles. Conjugate pair of angles. If the sum of two angles is 360 degrees, then the angles are called as conjugate angles to each other. Do you understand, children? Please write down. If the sum of two angles is 360 degrees, then the angles are called conjugate angles. Conjugate pair of angles to each other. For example, 360 or conjugate pair of angles to each other. Why? Because 300 plus 60 got 360. Sum is 360. That's why conjugate pair of angles. 330 and 30. Sum is 360. That's why 330 and 30 degrees conjugate angles to each other. 260 degrees, 100 degrees and so on. If angle A plus angle B is equal to 360 degrees, then angle A comma angle B are conjugate pair of angles to each other. Here, if angle A, we take x degrees. Angle A is equal to x degrees. Then find angle B value. We take angle A plus angle B is equal to 360. Why? Because angle A, angle B are conjugate angle to each other. Angles to each other. That's why we take angle A plus angle B is equal to 360 degrees. Okay. Angle A we take x. That's why replace angle A replace with angle x plus here angle B 360 degrees is equal to 360 degrees. Therefore, angle B is equal to 360 degrees minus x goes to other side. So, minus x. So, angle B value 360 minus x. Okay. Here, we take x degrees. This angle value is x degrees. And this angle goes to 360 minus x. Okay. Here we take this angle value is x. If x, then this angle will become 360 minus x. Okay. If this angle we take 60 degrees, here angle value 300 degrees. Why? Because 300 and 60 conjugate pair of angles. We take 100 degrees. This is a 260 degrees. 260 degrees and 100 degrees. Angles are conjugate pair of angles. conjugate pair of angles. These are all conjugate pair of angles. Conjugate pair of angles, if the sum of two angles is 360 degrees, then the angles are called as conjugate pair of angles to each other. Okay? Do you understand, children? Please write down. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you to all.